Hello everyone, what's going on? So right now I'm trading on OTC market USD NGN, and the real market will be opened today because it's Monday, and it's 1:28 a.m. and the market hasn't opened yet. It will be opened in 1 p.m. I guess. Alright, so we are trading on USD NGN, and I had placed a trade here in this candle. You can see it right now, and I placed my trade here because the buyers were strong. The buyers created a W pattern. You can see a small W pattern, and they broke this point, this 79 or 80 point. Okay, it was a seller's resistance, and the buyers broke this point, so the buyers continued. The buyers should have continued, and they did continue. That's why I placed my trade for call option. All right, so let's see. So the sellers created a candle from the lower high point. This is a lower high point. They created a candle from the lower high point, so that might indicate that the sellers can come here with a impulsive move, and they can break this low, which is a possibility, but we're not sure about it right now. Let's see if the buyers can break this point. If the buyers are able to break this point, then I'm going to place my trade for the call option. And see, and we can see the buyers are very weakly, approaching to this level, so that might indicate that buyers are getting weak here, and we see a little bit of reaction at this point, and suddenly the buyers broke this point, and they are now fighting on the lower high point. Okay, so the gap down was done by I'm not really sure which party did the gap, but the buyers broke this point, so I'm going to place my trade for call option here, but with a very good entry point. Okay, I missed my entry point. I should have traded below this gap, and it would still be unsure because we don't know uh, what will this candle be turned into. It can turn into green, or it can turn into red, I don't know. And we can see that eventually this point was broken by sellers again. Okay, sellers created their candle without touching this lower high level, which shows that they are a little bit strong, and buyers creating lower low here, so that means the sellers are strong here, buyers are weak. So if this candle goes a little bit of above, okay, the time is already gone. if it if this candle would go above before 30 seconds, then I would surely place my trade for down option. But right now it will be unsure, and it will be a risk, and you shouldn't take risk on OTC market. So this candle became a green candle, and right now, okay, I'm going to place my trade from a little bit low, okay, a little bit down, okay. Okay, I placed my trade here because this is a first support, and we can see multiple candles, okay, multiple candles getting rejected from this point, right? So this is a good support, so it might work. This candle can become a red candle, but it shouldn't break this support. But if the sellers are getting strong here, they're breaking this point eventually, and I'm going to place my trade for down option. I placed my trade for down option because there was no buyer's entry here, okay. The sellers were very strong. It should become, if it becomes a green candle, then it shouldn't become a very big green candle, like it's becoming right now. But it's OTC market, right? The logic sometimes works, you know the logic gets reversed. Okay, this candle is becoming a green candle right now. So this is not a profit, or this is not a profit, nor a, okay, it's getting me a profit, okay. So eventually it was a profit, right? Okay, so my target will be to win one more trade, and then I'm going to close my session. My target was to um, acquire 500 taka more, and I am close to that. I'm going to trade on some another chart so that I can explain some more logic. This, in this chart, I'm not really sure about it because the sellers are getting strong here, and it's an uptrend, so I'm not sure if I should trade on this candle. I can place trade in here. They are breaking, the buyers are breaking the higher high, so the next candle can reverse. I'm going to place my trade for down option here, okay, because this candle is indicating the buyers are exhausted. Okay, wait. So this candle actually boosted, right? It gave a boost, okay. The It gave a strong boost from buyer's side, so that might indicate that the buyers are, making this a green candle. But I'm going to place my, okay, it was it, okay, it placed for 2 minutes. I wanted to place it for 1 minute, but let's see, this candle might become a green candle, okay. But let's hope that it does not become a very big candle, so that my next candle can become a red candle. Let's hope that it stays like this, okay. So it became a green candle, and it gave uh, there was a gap up. I'm not sure which party did that gap, so yeah. To be honest, I'm not really sure what's going on here, because you know if it was an exhausted candle, then the buyers, this candle should be a red candle, but it became a green candle and there was a gap up. I don't know which party did the gap up. So this is how OTC works actually. They will show you that the price action is working, but it does not work. They make small candles and uh, yeah, okay, so you can see the candle became a green candle at the last moment and it gave me a loss. So this is how actually OTC market works. It will give you losses. I'm not really sure if I should trade on this candle because the buyers are making new low and this candle becoming green candle at the last moment. Okay, I placed my trade here for down option, but it is still an unsure trade because buyers are continuing. This candle, after becoming weak, the buyers made another big candle and they're making new low, but still they're continuing. You can see the buyers entry, so it's not sure trade. Okay, it's an unsure trade. Okay, so it became a green candle. Let's trade on some another chart because I don't understand what the hell is going on that chart. Okay, let's trade on this candle on this chart. So buyers took the lower high point and they are making a very big candle, which shows that the buyers are very strong. It means that the next candle can become a green candle again, but this is the point where my cursor is right now is a lower high point and buyers touched this point right now. So I don't know if I should trade on this candle. Okay, let's see if the sellers can come strongly or not. Let's see the reaction, and we can see that sellers are entering but buyers are recovering at the moment, right? Okay, we can see the sellers entry, strong sellers entry, and sellers are not able to take the candle below this point. Buyers are strongly recovering. That means that the next candle also can become a green candle because they are breaking the lower high point, and we can see the sellers are not pushing hard enough. Okay, I'm going to place my trade for call up. Okay, there was a gap. If the buyers are strong here, then they should not make a gap here. Okay, so the gap may be done by sellers. I'm not really sure, but I still placed my trade. I actually placed my trade before the gap was done, but it's OTC, right? Anything can happen in here. If this trade uh, if this trade becomes a red candle, if this candle becomes a red candle, I'm going to close my session because okay, it became a green candle. At the last moment it became a very big candle. So this is how actually OTC works. Nobody has no idea what's going on in the market. You can see what happened here. This is manipulation. Okay, the the buyers became weak and then at the last moment they came so much below. Okay, they came at this point, they came to this point and still they made this hammer candle. Okay, so this just shows that how they actually manipulates the market. They have manipulate the market. I think I'm going to place my trade for down option here, but I see buyer's entry from this gap point. So yeah, I'm not really sure what this candle will be. Okay, if this candle goes below this point, I'm going to place my trade. Okay, I placed my trade for call direction for below this level, this gap level, but they're making very big red candle right now. The buyers are pushing the candle for this point, but the push is okay. They're pushing this candle, and the sellers eventually broke this point. Okay, touch that point. If this candle touch that point again, and I need a seller's entry, okay. Okay, let's see what this candle will be. I placed my trade for down option here because this was a support, and you could see the reaction on this candle. The buyers were pushing this candle for this point, right? And eventually the sellers broke this support, so that's why I placed my trade for down option, and it became a very red candle, very big red candle. The next level will be this one. It's a higher low point, and they broke the higher low point. I want to trade for call direction, but I'm scared right now because they might continue, the sellers might continue, but I'm going to place my trade from here. Okay, I should have traded from below this point. This is a key level of this morning star pattern, but it's okay. If they want to make a red candle, they will make a big red candle so that they can uh, lose everyone. Buyers are not pushing hard enough. Okay, buyers are not pushing hard enough, but this is the candle where the buyers should come. Okay, so it was a loss. I'm getting a loss and a win, a loss and a win. This is just okay. Let's see. Alright, so this is the point where the sellers couldn't break, right? This is the point where the sellers were not able to break. This is the point which sellers actually broke, right? But this point is a strong point, is a strong support, because this point, at this point, sellers, okay, wait, okay, so the sellers actually broke this point, but they made a gap up, so a gap down, and the buyers are coming here. Overall, it's a W pattern, and the next target will be to reach this point. Let's see what happens. The sellers made a gap here, so this is the seller's point. Let's see if the buyers are reacting on this level or not. So they touched the neckline and the seller's entry was visible, and they broke the neckline eventually. Okay, so we got the buyer's entry right from this neckline. That's why I placed my trade for call direction here. I'm taking 50 as a neckline here because 50 is the point. Because of that point there was this reversal. Okay, it was 50, but right now the sellers are making a candle here. Let me trade on some other chart. Okay, I think I should have taken this neckline. Instead of taking 50, I should have taken this neckline as neckline, let's see if the buyers can break this point in this candle. We can see the seller's entry from this neckline, and buyers are breaking this point. The sellers are pushing it below this level, but buyers are recovering and trying to break this point, and they actually broke this point. I'm going to place my trade for call direction. I'm going to place another one as well because okay, I saw the clean entry here. If it comes below this level again, I'm going to place my trade for call option. It did not come below the level. Okay, I placed 3 more trades at this point because this neckline was uh, the buyers made this neckline a support, and after making a resistance a resistance a support, after making a resistance a support, the next candle becomes a green candle. Okay, this is a rule. I am trading it. I'm trading on this candle because of it, because of the rule. You can see this was a resistance, and then buyers broke this uh, resistance, and then it became a support, right? So the next candle became green candle. Again, my target isn't uh, achieved yet, so I'm going to place another one trade, another trade. I don't know what's wrong with this chart, why the candles are weird like this. Let's trade on some other chart. There's momentum, but the market was actually an uptrend, but right now they are coming below. Right now they're shifting into a downtrend, and the sellers are actually defining their uh, position above. So I'm going to place my trade from below this point. If it comes below this point, I'm going to place my trade for call direction a little bit down. Okay, you can see the strong buyer's entry. Okay, a little bit down. Okay, I place a trade for 2 minutes. It's breaking this point right now. I guess my trade would have been a loss if I took my trade below this point, I guess. And they break the lower low point. So this candle should become a green candle by the story. So let's see. I don't know if the candle will become this big that I don't know if the candle will close above my entry point. Let's hope. Let's see. Sellers are trying to make this support a resistance, and if they do, I'm going to place my trade for down option. We can see the buyers entry from this support, and they're breaking this support again. And the sellers were not able to um, make this level a resistance, but there was a gap down. Okay, they will have again try to make this a resistance, I think. Let's see what happens. Okay, they are making this resistance right now. They are making this point a resistance, and this was a win. Let's see on some other chart. USD ZAR. Okay, so what's happening here is that the buyers are making strong candles, and they broke the 400 level. There's no data in the previous section, in the previous market. They broke the 400 level, and they are making a strong support from 400, which shows that the buyers are strong. Let's see. Let's see if they can break this point. You can see the seller's entry, and they were not able to. Okay, they eventually did not break this point, but they made this 400 a support. So I'm going to place my trade below 400, I guess, but it has to come down 400. Okay, I did not place my trade here. I don't know why. I was hesitating for a minute. If they cannot break this point, this week, then I'm going to place my trade for down option. Okay, I'm going to place my trade for down option here. If they cannot break this candlestick, okay, they are breaking even 400. So they broke the 400 level, sellers, and there was a gap down. And sellers did not touch the 50 point. So I'm going to place my trade. I should have traded above 450, but I'm not going to place another one. I'm not sure about that. But the sellers should fight on this point. Okay, the sellers should take the candle below this point, because this is the main point where the sellers are positioned right now. But they did not they were not able to take the candle below this point, right? If this candle comes below this red line, I'm going to place my trade for up call direction, and it will be my last trade if this candle comes below this point. But it's not coming. Okay, they're making a green candle and they're breaking the 500 level. What's happening in USD and GN? Buyers were not able to break the higher high point, and sellers coming strongly. This is they created a W. The buyers broke the neckline of the W there, and then it was a support. The buyers broke the higher high. The sellers came again, and they were not able to break the neckline, and the buyers eventually continuing from that neckline. So I'm going to place my trade for call option here, because I think the next candle can become a green candle, but it made a gap. I don't know why that happens to me, man. There shouldn't be any gap here. This was done by sellers. The buyers don't need to make a gap here in this area. This is a seller's point which buyers broke. If this candle becomes a green candle, then this is the next candle will be a sure green candle. This candle just needs to be a green candle. Okay, candle is making this seller's point a buyer's point, and right now it is fighting on this point, and it couldn't break this point. If it comes below this point, it just needs to come to this point. Okay, it will be sure shot. Okay, I just placed my trade for call option. Let's see what happens. All right, so it's turning into a green candle. This is a gap level. You can see there's a gap. There's a Morningstar key level. I'm going to place my trade for call option here again. If this candle comes below to this point, to this level, let's see if the sellers are strong here or not. Okay, sellers are entering from this key level, so I'm not really sure if I should trade on it. If the buyers can break this key level, I'm going to trade for call option, and they're breaking it. Okay, I just placed my trade for call option here. Let's see what happens, because I don't see any level. Okay, I don't see any level to this point. Okay, I don't see any level from this point to this point. Okay, this is the color changing level. The sellers can come here from this point, and they are entering very strongly from this color changing level. But I mean, this was my logic, that there is no level to stop the buyers from uh, becoming a green candle, except this one. And it it's turning into a red candle. This is OTC market. Okay, I'm going to close my session right now. Okay, it became 30.